We are here, we are here, we are here on this amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis, and we are marking up EUR, JPY. We are in a monthly time frame. Price action, last candle to the right hand side is identifying a bullish green candle. Look like it's coming from an area of a pattern. So we do have price action overall, higher highs, price action overall, lower lows, midpoint, also adding second level lows, and also adding, let's go with third level lows. So zooming the price to see what's going on. So we can see current price is a bullish green candle trying to break out of a second last candle, which is a huge doji. So we'll talk about that in a moment. Price is sitting at 143.491, and if price work its way up, it can head up to the next previous side, which would be near the numbers of 147.599. And if price work its way down from this area here, it can head down to 136.288, but before it makes it there is also it created that area of resistance and highs, so it can head to this midpoint before dropping down further. And that's like at the bottom of the top of the second last candle and the bottom of the price action. So we can see price just broke an area of that midpoint. So let's talk about what's going on. So we have a lot of patterns inside patterns on the monthly time frame. Price action, bullish green candle. Price action is coming from the pattern here, which is at W. So we can clearly see that first, second, third, fourth, retest one, overall retest two, retest, and market's trying to push out for that third time. So once the market do that, we can see markets work its way up for that third push. If not, it can be rejected because we do have second last candle long spike up to the top with the doji, and third, fourth, fifth to last candles long wick up to the top. So it could be running to that resistance. We'll be identifying coming up in green first leg, second leg, third leg. If we receive a pattern here that's going to engulf that price action, bullish green candle, bearish red candle work its way down, price headed for that formation of that double top. And that's when we'll see that break of that midpoint, and then markets work its way down to the next area. Or we can see receive that consolidation above that midpoint that we created of the resistance and below that supported price. Walking down to the weekly time frame. Okay, so on the weekly time frame, we have price action, bullish green candle. So let me go back because I want to go back on that monthly time frame. Monthly time frame is very important. So what's going on is monthly time frame. You also want to see price engulf that second last candle. Why? Because that's a doji. So there's a lot that's going on in this market. So we're going to grab the top of that wick of the second last candle and the bottom of that wick of the second last candle. So we know anything that's happening in this area is consolidation until we see a clean pattern, until that market is going to really fully break out. Walking down to the weekly time frame. Okay, so price action on the weekly time frame is a bullish green candle, and we can see that price action having a hard time breaking that second last candle with that long wick up to the top. There's a pattern that's being formed here and here, which is in that uptrend. So we can see that first, second, third, fourth retest, and market pushed up once. So we can clearly see market can break the previous areas to work its way up to the next price nearing, and that's the top of that doji that we did find. The doji wick that we did find on the previous time frame was setting that price of 145.675 if it engulfs the previous side. If it doesn't, market run into that resistance, so we'll identify that first, second, third, fourth. So price action will be the retest, and it's coming down from a double top and a retest, overall triple top of that area. And also we can see if you connect, so there's a lot of patterns inside patterns. You connect the resistance, you connect this support, we can see that market is in that wedge pattern working its way up until we're going to fully see either it breaks out or market break down Walking down to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, price action bullish green candle coming from that pattern created that W formation, long wick down to the bottom of that price action bullish green candle, showing that market does have enough momentum to still push up further to engulf the previous side. We can see that market in that decline W. I say incline W first, second with the break, retest, and the market pushed up for that fourth leg. So we're just looking for that market to engulf the previous side to work its way up further. So far that market is really looking bullish. Walking down to the 4-hour time frame. Price action 4-hour time frame, huge bullish green candle engulfing the second last candle, which is a doji. So we got the engulfment to the previous side, so that market could be working its way up further. Also, it could be losing a little bit of momentum, so we may see a drop. But even if it did, price action body is above the previous body and wick, and price action wick is above the previous. There's no wick here, but on and off. Price action wick is above the previous candle, so that market still can push up if it does lose a little bit more momentum and close out, because we may see more wick up to that top. If not, that market will identify an extra candle that's going to push and break out. So if the market does come back and pull back just a little bit more, it can stop at that midpoint nearing the top of that wick. So that'll be the break with the price action. It could come back to retest nearing the price of 143.014 and still work its way up. And if we don't see that, market just can push up further. Walking down to a 3-minute time frame, looking very bullish. Second last candle, long wick down to the bottom with that wick showing that it has enough momentum to still push up further. So it was trying to break down, but it pushed up further. Price action is well solid, bullish green candle, so market does have enough momentum. We did place that midpoint there, so market can come back to retest that midpoint. Walking down to a 2-hour time frame, same as well. So 2-hour time frame look like more like the 4-hour time frame. Walking down to the 1-hour time frame, and it's very bullish. So we got bullish green candle, breakout. So second last candle did engulf the previous side. Second last candle broke that SR line, and third to last candle pushed. So we still waiting to see if that market is going to come back to retest. So be aware that it can lose some momentum just to come back to retest at that overall midpoint line, or because price action is at a resistance and we have second level highs here. So market can either retest with a pattern to this area here and work its way up further, or come back down to the full midpoint for that retest to work its way up. Or we'll just identify a retest candle. Same candles on a 45-minute, same candles on a 30-minute time frame, same candles on a 15. So as we walk it down further, the market with the candles losing momentum, market's getting smaller. So something's coming up as a maybe consolidation or a retest. So be aware, we can see that pattern that pushed that market down. So we know what the retest is coming, because we do see that first, second, third, fourth retest one. So we know it's a retest coming up soon for that market to see if it's going to push up or come back down to that previous area of that double bottom. Price action bullish green candle kind of switching on and off. We did get the break of this area here, that second level highs, retest, and market pushed. Price action is a retest as well. If it engulfs, market's coming up, and it should identify an incline double bottom. So price action body is above the previous body, wick is above the previous wick, very dominant to still break up through the SR line as it currently doing. So once it breaks, you're looking for that retest or a candle to identify the retest of the SR line for that market to work its way up further. But be aware that market can be coming back down to retest at least that midpoint of price that we had created from the earlier time frame. And on a 1-minute time frame, market looking very bullish, engulfing. So market did break the resistance on the 1-minute time frame. So market is identifying a bearish red doji, can come back to retest that area to still push up further for that incline. Okay guys, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your attention. EUR JPY.